Hey guys, this is MCOGAMER27. Hope everyone is having a very nice day. Today we're going to do a video on the gaming industry, where it's at and where it's heading. Now, this is my personal opinion. I respect everybody's opinion. As you know, I've been a gamer practically my whole life. I'm a retro gamer. I'm a modern day gamer. I have multiple consoles, PCs, and I've been following the gaming industry practically my whole life. Uh, as we all know, Microsoft has attained. It went through legally. Activision. They paid $69.9 billion. Yes, $1 billion. Now you may say, "Wow, why?" Like you can't even imagine that, like that number, and it's because as a child, every franchise you played, Activision owns pretty much. They own so many IPs, but the biggest one, it is of course the Call of Duty. And that's why it took a long time, because Call of Duty is, everything is about money. And, Call of Duty brings in billions. Anyway, they worked it all out. Phil Spencer, he's the CEO of Xbox. They gave him a 10-year deal. So Sony is going to have Call of Duty for 10 years. After the 10 years, we don't know, because they're saying that, it could go either way. They could keep it, they could recontract that contract, or not. After the 10 years, that's up in the air. Going forward, Mr. Spencer, Phil Spencer, it's been about now 6 years. When Phil Spencer attained Microsoft as the front runner, as CEO, I heard him do a speech. Now, he always worked for Microsoft, but he got promoted to be CEO at that time. It was about 6-7 years ago. And I heard him say a speech. One man's vision. His vision was, I want to create with my team. And then, one thing about him that, he always says my team. But it was his vision. A Netflix of gaming. Okay? You pay monthly and you get games. And I'm like, now, the reason why I respect Phil Spencer, first and foremost, he's a businessman. Let's get this out of the way. It's about the bottom line. But there is a side of him that in the whole industry, in the gaming industry, he's very charismatic. And he's a real gamer. Even before he was CEO, and even now, he'll be online. His call name, it is P1. That's his call, okay? That's his calling. That's his handle. When he plays Xbox, any game, and he'll pick up a game with anybody. He'll play with anybody, and he's a real gamer. He's actually, I think, a year or two older than me, but in my opinion, he truly understands gaming, because he's a true hardcore gamer as well. Like a lot of CEOs are just businessmen. Phil Spencer, and everyone could tell you, you could look this up, he's a true hardcore gamer. His handle, it is P1. You can look it up. He plays online, and he's like a little kid. But it happens to be that he's also a CEO of one of the $1 trillion companies. So this man's vision has has come to light. Like, he did it with his team, of course. Now, I got mixed emotions now. At first, I was happy that, we are finally getting someone, because he's always talking about let everyone play anywhere. I mean, that's his main thing. If you got a cell phone, or if you got a tablet, you got a console, there's no limits. He wants everyone to make easy access for gaming for anybody. So that's his goal. And he's pretty much done it now. But with that said, when you hear him talk, he goes, as long as I'm CEO. Now, to me, like I said, I don't know the man personally, but I've been following him for years, and the whole industry respects him. And he seems to me like a noble man, He's still a businessman, don't get me wrong, but he's still, to me, as a noble man. He's a real gamer as well. He understands gaming, and that's why I think he's been so good at it, because he understands why, like, MCO Gamer thinks about games, or like all my nephews. Like, he understands gamers. He understands what we want. We want options. Gamers love option. That's what we want. We want options. We don't want no limits. With that said, again, that's why, I don't mind him, because when you own too much, that's also could be a monopoly. But with him, he wants everyone to play. He wants to be fair, okay? But that's him. My fear is, after, remember, he's in his mid-50s already. Maybe he'll be CEO for another 10 years. But once he's gone, right? If that new CEO is a tyrant, and then he wants to just block everybody and just keep games for themselves, because they could do that. They own these IPs. Now, guys, Activision is huge. They own Bethesda as well. Bethesda, I mean, they own all of these IPs that makes millions, and that's power. But at the same time, okay, that's not good for the consumer, not for us, because you need competition in the gaming industry, or in any industry. You need competition, because that's what keeps the prices down. Okay? Because if you have one guy controls everything, owns everything, they can do what they want. That's why the government don't want that. That's why when like two major companies wants to merge, they gotta go through like lawyers, Congress, because they know competition is good for the consumer. But I don't feel worried now, because Phil Spencer is at the helms. But he says something a week ago that he said, well, we attain Activision, and this is the beginning. I went, the beginning? Then the CEO of Microsoft, his boss, came out, okay, in the same interview. And you never see that dude, never. And now he's talking about Activision, all the IPs they own now. And guys, this is serious. Like they're owning the gaming landscape. And it's like I said, I got mixed feelings. Now Call of Duty, it is going on the like Nintendo Switch. And Nintendo Switch, you have so many millions of Nintendo Switches out there. That's even more power. Like I said, with great powers comes great responsibility. Now Phil could do it. And I know Phil is a level-headed dude, And you know, when you hear him talk, he's always talking about, I never want to block nobody. I want everyone to play. Now of course, if you play $69 billion, you want to keep some games just to yourself, but not everything. So I think for now, at the helm, he's fine. But like I said, I have mixed feelings for the future, because once again, I got mixed feelings. But let's see what happens. I just hope that, whatever Xbox does in the future, I hope they always think about games and game preservation. With that said, this is my opinion, and if you feel different, please leave it in the comments. I respect everybody's opinion. Anyway, guys, this is MCO Gamer. Have a blessed one.